everybody, and welcome to today's video. And in today's video, I'm doing something a little bit different. So, you should know by now that when we were silaging, the R390T had developed a gearbox problem. And that gearbox problem was basically it got stuck in a range. So it has three ranges: high, medium and low, and it got stuck in medium. Now, did make the mistake of putting it in low and it got stuck in low, but we managed to get it back out again, which I was quite surprised to actually manage to do that. So it developed a gearbox problem, got stuck in itself, so we couldn't get it in high, which is a bit of a pain because obviously carting bales up and down a main road, not ideal situation that. So, but it were all right for mowing because it was stuck in medium, and mediums are like your field work gears. But anyway, last week I managed to take it down to our mechanic, which it lives about, I worked it out about 10 miles away. So it does about 8 miles an hour in top gear in medium range, and I managed to get it down there to him. I was stuck doing 8 miles an hour at the entire journey, but it was down there. He's got it now. Hopefully he's fixing it up for us. But it means we're out a tractor. So our 399 has got a problem as well. So we're actually with our 390 here, and the problem with the 399 is it's got a wheel bearing on in the back. So I'm just pointing you where it is on these. So basically it's leaking oil around this hub, and that's because it's got a wheel bearing on. So not doing very well on that front either. So it's not fit for much really. We're alright for baling and whatever with it because we're not thrashing up and down a main road and knocking it about. But the baler's also got an issue, so we're doing well here, aren't we? We've got 3 breakdowns: gearbox, wheel bearing, and the baler's got the auto oiler on the baler. So the pump that pumps the oil around the chains has gone. So that stopped working. So I've had to take that off the baler. So I don't want to take the 399 off the baler because I'm getting in and out of the shed, in the baler in and out, for working on to get that auto oiler working again. So it's a bit of it's not the easiest thing to take off the round baler. So what we're going to do is, what we need to do is, dirty water tanks are full, but we've got no tractor to go on the slurry tanker. We're going to give it a go. 2-wheel drive 390 on a 2,250 gallon tanker. Now, I don't have to fill it full, and I might not fill it full. I'll just sit you down there. I'll take the trail air off. There we go. So I need to take the trail air off. There we go. So we might not fill the tanker full. We're going to give it a go, see if it works. Obviously, we haven't got 4-wheel drive, and we've got 10 less horsepower than a 390T has, which is going to have its disadvantages. Also, it rained a lot yesterday, which I'm very thankful for. We did need the rain. It's made everywhere a bit mucky. So, yeah, we could probably do with 4-wheel drive rather than 2, but, we'll give it a go. We're going to give it a go and see how we get on. This tractor has been on that slurry tanker before, but it's only to move it about, not to load up with dirty water and start pumping it into the slurry pit. The slurry pit is also quite full, but obviously we're tractor down, and the 399's obviously got a wheel bearing on, so it's not really fit for hauling heavy weight around on the back axle. So, yeah, we need to concentrate on getting them tractors fixed, basically. It's what happens when you run older machinery. You have problems sometimes, it wears out. machinery is old, so technically you're going to expect things like this to happen. But anyway, I'll switch you off now and we'll get this tractor off, put the tanker on, and we'll give it a bash and see how we go on. Let's just see first if this tractor will actually start, because it has had a problem in the past of being a bit of a poor starter. Also, just check it for oil. It's alright for oil, because it does burn a bit of oil as well, this tractor. Let's see if it starts, because it's not moved for over 2 weeks. So it's been, 2.5 weeks since we finished doing first cut, roughly. And this tractor's not moved since, so it's going to be interesting to see if it'll actually start. So let's give it a go. Straight away. It looks tiny on the front of that. Massive tanker, little tractor. There's the question, will 80 horsepower pull that? We're going to find out. Might not fill it brim full. We'll see how we go on. Yeah, so far so good. First load we're pumping with it, so just going to Slurry pit now, see that, so going over, shooting it over the wall, slurry stick, and then it'll get mixed up. When we want to spread some, we'll mix it all up and it'll make a nice like soup. Otherwise, if we didn't put this in, it would be too thick. Just in case anyone's wondering why we're pumping it into the pit rather than spreading it. That's the reason why. Just so it makes the stuff that's thin there thinner and easier to spread at the end of the day. But it's handled it better than I thought it would, that tractor. I bet there isn't any other 390s out there that pull that tanker. Well, any other farmers were a 390 on a 250 gallon tanker. I bet there isn't. But so far so good. Even the fact it hasn't got four-wheel drivers, it's handled it fine. It's nearly empty now, so when it's finished we'll go and get another load. We want to get like 3 or 4 out. Really well, that tractor. I'm surprised how well it pulls it. I'd expected it to be a lot worse than what it is. There we have it, we're all parked up now and finished for the day. Well, finished using this for this today. So, the answer to the question when I started this video, will this 390 pull that slurry tanker? Yes, it does, quite surprisingly well. I was quite surprised how well it handled it, because it's not the biggest tractor in the world. It's only 80 horsepower at the end of the day. it just does everything it says on the tin, really. I mean, I thought it would struggle being only 2-wheel drive, but no, it's handled it alright. So, like I said at the start of the video, the reason I'm having to use this is 399's got wheel bearing on, and I think having a big weight sat on the back axle of this tanker would upset it a little bit. And the 390T has gone to get the gearbox sorted out. So, yeah, all being well, the 390T will be back before too long, and it can resume its duties. And then this can go back to, well, it was sat on the trail there, weren't it? It weren't really doing anything. Well, it'd not moved for over 2 weeks, but it started first time, and that's always a positive. So it's a 1989, I think, this tractor, or 1990. It's got it on the wheel somewhere. There we are. January 1990, says on it. So it's a G-Reg, up there, G-Reg. So it's got gear sticks in the middle, as opposed to a shuttle. Well, it has got a shuttle gearbox, a shuttle 8-speed gearbox in it. I did do a tractor tour on this last year, but anyone that's new to the channel, that's a bit of history about it. We had it since it was about 5-year-old. It's been here for. It's been around the clock. It's on about 14,000 hours now, so I mean, it's doing well. The engine's never been touched on it, but it could do an engine overhaul, really. But it keeps going, it keeps plodding on, and that's the main thing for it. But don't know what it'd be like spreading slurry with this, because I don't know. I think it has struggled to build up enough forward speed pulling the tanker and powering it at the same time. Because, I mean, really, or powering the pump. So if you don't know how a slurry tanker works, basically, all the tractor's really got to do is pull it. All you want is a hydraulic pipe to the gate valve on the back. Now, it should have brakes. I haven't got them plugged in because this tractor hasn't got trailer braking, so not exactly safe. But what we have done before is, when we've had something with trailer brakes on the back of this tractor before, we have piped it up to the spool block, so if in case you need it, you can just pull on the spool and it'll pull the brakes on the trailer. And then all you've got is your PTO shaft. Now, the PTO runs to the pump. The pump doesn't really take much power at all. A little Massey 135 would power that pump. That's how much power it really needs. That isn't the problem. It's pulling a big weight and trying to power the pump at the same time. It puts a lot of strain on a tractor. But if you sat in the yard, you know, like I say, a 135, if it weren't moving, a 135 could power that pump. Because that isn't the problem. It's pulling the weight. So when I was blowing the water into dirty water into the slurry lagoon, I was sat at a standstill. Whereas if I was trying to move forward, have enough forward speed on, and power the pump at the same time, and then if you had a little bit of a gradient, so if you're going uphill as well, that would cause a bit of a problem. If you're going downhill, that would cause a problem because we haven't got trailer braking. You know, if I needed to stop. But apart from that, we've managed to do we've done what we needed to do with it. But we'll end the video here. I've got a few other jobs I need to go and do now. So if you've liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe below, and hopefully the 390T will be back soon.